This is Italian Football Lover Channel, my friends. Today I want to make predictions. Match day 7 games of Bundesliga. You can subscribe to my channel, watch my videos. Thank you so much. Let's start with Borussia Dortmund St. Pauli game. Borussia Dortmund won all the games at home. They are showing us amazing performances at home this season. Borussia Dortmund won versus Heidenheim and Bochum 4-2 at home. They won against 2-0 Frankfurt at home, but Bochum got so bad results in away games. They lost against 2-1 Union Berlin in last away game. They lost against 5-1 Stuttgart in away game. St. Pauli could get just one victory by now, my dear friends. This St. Pauli team lost against 3-1 Augsburg in away game. They lost against 1-0 Union Berlin in away game, my dear friends. And at the same time, St. Pauli won versus Freiburg 3-0 in last away game, as I remember. Hard clash is awaiting us, my dear friends, but this Borussia Dortmund is playing in amazing way at home, and they will win over against St. Pauli. Borussia Dortmund 3, St. Pauli 1 is my prediction for this game. Second game, Hoffenheim Bochum. Hoffenheim is going to be at home. Hoffenheim has just 4 points. They are third to last on the point table. They could get just one victory by now in Bundesliga. And Bochum has just 1 point. They're at the bottom of the point table. They got a very poor start to the season. They couldn't get any victory so far this season in Bundesliga. Bochum lost against 3-1 Wolfsburg in last match at home. They stayed draw against Holstein Kiel 2-2 at home. Bochum team lost against 2-1 Freiburg in away game. They lost against 4-2 Dortmund in last away game. Hoffenheim team lost against 4-3 Werder Bremen at home. Before they lost against 4-1 Leverkusen at home. At the same time they lost against 2-1 Union Berlin in away game, but they stayed draw against 1-1 Stuttgart in last away game. My dear friends, this is gonna be so hard clash. The two teams are supposed to take points from this game, but I feel in that way Hoffenheim will make the advantage of playing at home, and they are a little bit better team than Bochum. In my opinion, this time Hoffenheim will win over against Bochum after a hard clash. Hoffenheim 3, Bochum 2 is my prediction for this game. And Freiburg, Augsburg. Freiburg got a good start to the season. They are on the 4th spot now, but they lost against St. Pauli 3-0 in last match at home. It was an unbelievable result. Before Freiburg won versus Bochum 2-1 at home. They won against 1-0 Werder Bremen in last away game. Augsburg team is playing way more better at home. They won versus 3-1 St. Pauli at home. They won against 2-1 Mönchengladbach in last match at home, but they lost against Leipzig 4-0 in last away game. My dear friends, again hard clashes awaiting us. Bundesliga is so unpredictable league. Because of that, it's so hard to make prediction on Bundesliga games especially. But I want to take a chance to Freiburg for victory in that game. Freiburg 2, Augsburg 1 is my prediction for this game. Another game, Leverkusen Frankfurt off. Leverkusen is going to be at home, and this Leverkusen team got a good start nevertheless to season. But Leverkusen won versus Wolfsburg 4-3 at home. Leverkusen stayed draw against Holstein Kiel 2-2 in last match at home. It was really a frustrated result for Leverkusen team. They won versus 4-1 Hoffenheim in away game. Leverkusen stayed draw against 1-1 Bayern Munich in away game. Frankfurt team got a very good start to season. They are on the 3rd spot now. They stayed draw against Bayern Munich 3-3 in last match at home. Frankfurt won versus Wolfsburg 2-1 in away game. And at the same time, they won against 4-2 Holstein Kiel in last away game. My dear friends, again, so challenging games awaiting us. But Leverkusen will make the advantage of playing at home. I want to take a chance to Leverkusen for victory. This is my prediction, my dear friends. Leverkusen 3, Frankfurt 2 is my prediction for this game. Mönchengladbach, Heidenheim. These two teams got no draw so far this season in Bundesliga. And Mönchengladbach won versus Union Berlin 1-0 in last match at home. Before they lost against 3-1 Stuttgart at home. Mönchengladbach lost against Augsburg 2-1 in last away game. Heidenheim won versus Mainz 2-0 in away game, but they lost against 1-0 Leipzig in last match at home. Before Heidenheim lost against 4-2 Dortmund in away game, but they won versus 2-0 St. Pauli in first away game of Bundesliga. Heidenheim sometimes good results in away games, but Mönchengladbach has just 6 points. Heidenheim has 9 points. Mönchengladbach need to take point or points more than Heidenheim, but Heidenheim will force Mönchengladbach significantly. If either of the sides win this game, in my opinion, it's going to be Mönchengladbach. They are closer to victory than Heidenheim, but my prediction is going to be draw. Both of the sides is going to take first draw this season in Bundesliga. This is my prediction. Mönchengladbach 1, Heidenheim 1. At Mainz Leipzig off. Mainz is playing better in away games so far this season, and Mainz team stayed draw against Stuttgart 3-3 in away game. Mainz team at the same time, this Mainz team won versus Augsburg 3-2 in away game, but they lost against 2-1 Werder Bremen at home. They lost against 2-0 Heidenheim at home, this Mainz team. And Leipzig team is on the second spot, my dear friends. They got a good start to season. Leipzig won versus Heidenheim 1-0 in last away game. Before they stayed draw against St. Pauli 0-0 in away game. They won versus 4-0 Augsburg at home. They are making so good team defense, this Leipzig team. My dear friends, they are so successful defensively, and hard clash is awaiting us, but I want to take a chance to Leipzig for victory. Mainz 0, Leipzig 2 is my prediction for this game. Bayern Munich Stuttgart off. Bayern Munich is going to be at home. They got 2 consecutive draws in Bundesliga. They stayed draw against 3-3 Frankfurt. In last away game, they stayed draw against 1-1 Leverkusen in last match at home. They played against strong opponents in a row, this Bayern Munich team. Before Bayern won versus Freiburg 2-0 at home, they won against 5-0 Werder Bremen in away game. Bayern Munich is at the top position in Bundesliga. Stuttgart team is good and decent team, but they stayed draw against Wolfsburg 2-2 in last away game. Before they won versus 3-1 Mönchengladbach in away game, but Stuttgart stayed draw against 1-1 Hoffenheim in last match at home. I feel in that way, this time Bayern Munich will win over against Stuttgart. Bayern Munich 3, Stuttgart 1 is my prediction for this game. Holstein Kiel, Union Berlin, Holstein Kiel is going to be at home. They have just 2 points. They are second to last on the point table. They couldn't get any victory in Bundesliga. Holstein Kiel team lost against 4-2 Frankfurt at home. They lost against 6-1 Bayern Munich at home. They stayed draw against 2-2 Leverkusen in last away game. Union Berlin team is playing better at home, and Union Berlin team won versus 2-1 Dortmund at home. They won against 2-1 Hoffenheim at home, but Union Berlin lost against 1-0 Mönchengladbach in last away game. My dear friends, I feel in that way, Union Berlin is better and stronger team than Holstein Kiel. They will win over against Holstein Kiel, and they will take all 3 points in this game. Holstein Kiel 1, Union Berlin 2 is my prediction for this game. Wolfsburg Werder Bremen, this is the last match of the week. Last season Wolfsburg Bremen game ended up in 2-2 draw. Wolfsburg could get just 2 victories so far. They couldn't get any victory at home thus far this season in Bundesliga. Wolfsburg team won versus 3-1 Bochum in away game. They stayed draw against 2-2 Stuttgart at home. Before they lost against 2-1 Frankfurt at home. Werder Bremen got good results in away games this season. They won versus 2-1 Mainz in away game. They won against 4-3 Hoffenheim in last away game, but they lost against 1-0 Freiburg in last match at home. My dear friends, really Wolfsburg is so bad at home. Werder Bremen is playing so good in away games, but I feel in that way Wolfsburg is closer to victory than Werder Bremen, but Werder Bremen will force Wolfsburg considerably. Because of that, my prediction is going to be draw. Wolfsburg 2, Werder Bremen 2. All my predictions like this match day 7 games of Bundesliga. You can subscribe to my channel, watch my videos. You may write your comments down below. Please click the like button, it makes me so glad. See you on my next videos, my dear friends. Bye!